I think the women, through the Rosie's getting out of the house, it kind of broke the thing of the women can do more than stay home and raise the children. They can do both.
I felt I was doing something for the boys and for the country, but I didn't think it was anything special. In that way, not money-wise or anything else. We just did it for the country. I'm glad to do it.
Times like those, learn to be strong. You sacrifice a higher call, you belong. And countless hours to protect our homes.
It's not just this part, it's the whole thing. And then this is
like this in the corners.
But sometimes I just make my own patterns. One time I cut me out of a 25-pound bag of flour, what size sack is. Cleaned it up and I cut me a pattern and made a big star.
I like this in every corner.
Is it not popular? They went to even Joann's and found.
All these ladies who like this.
All of you?
Without this.
and this is blue, yellow, and with a white in the middle,
Okay.
which is this
Do we
color.
know which blue and
No,
which
not
one?
yet. The blocks in each of these will be this size.
They didn't want we can do it 4 times or 5 times on the quilt.
Well, I
Yeah.
thought they marked out all 4 corner squares.
So
That's
they-
why I thought
I
it
didn't.
said.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were marking out the words.
Okay.
But in your stillness, you haven't been forgotten. Lift up your voices. This is Rosie's song, and we stand with you, held together, like those rivets you placed in those metal wings, and we will sail into the future.
We decided on different things and it kept developing and developing. And since Mary Lou was first a riveter, we used this little riveter here.
After I worked in the factory for 2 years, then I decided to join the service because they were asking for people to come in and join these places to take the place of the men who had gone to sea.
On the foundation of your dreams, there are many soldiers who did not return, and many dear ladies who before us have gone. We sing their praises, we lift their banners. Come sing with me. This is Rosie's song.
Today is my first opportunity to speak with Rosies. Ladies, I look forward to shaking hands with each of you and hearing your individual stories. I want to thank Anne for inviting me to participate in this program. Anne shows us what role citizens can play in activating memory, in preserving the heritage of the past to guide the future. Rosies, thank you very much.
invite someone from Logan County. I'd like for somebody from Logan County to get involved.
What's the name?
Karen Polson.
Yeah, Karen sings the national anthem, and she is Buddy's niece.
I think we should have volunteers.
Come sing with me. This is Rosie's song. I sing these words to your honor. I apologize. It's taken so long, but in your silence haven't been forgotten.
I have been extremely heartened as a woman, but also as an army officer, to read Rosie's stories. Of course, I knew about Rosie the Riveter before I spoke with Anne. Every schoolchild in the UK knows who the Rosie the Riveters are. But I did not appreciate the wonderful detail of the stories. For example, wearing steel-capped boots in case you dropped your drill, and Vienna's wonderful stories today about the Italian prisoner of war camp. I hope the thanks plain and simple efforts enable a much wider and deeper exposure to the story of the West Virginia Rosies, but also Rosies across the US and internationally. This is so important, not only to highlight your contribution, but also to ensure every story is safeguarded for future generations and all the important details of history are not forgotten.
If approved, we'll have to figure out how we are going to work around a couple structural issues which aren't huge.
I think that we need something small and stunning and makes a statement for the Rosies.
When you're walking toward the park, you enter that park and the archway as you coming up to it, that's what you like better.
Walking through, so they can see it instead of seeing stone straight through. Landscaping.
So here's where the arch is going to be?
Right.
Yeah, that's nice.
Times like those, learn to be strong. You sacrifice a higher call, you belong. And countless hours to protect our homes. I sing to you, this is Rosie's song. And our best men sent to foreign soil. Our best women to help win the war. You work the factories.
Whilst you're here, come and have a look at this. And I could obviously identify an aircraft in pieces, but the first thing that caught my mind was the wing with these names in it. And I said, what have you done about this? He said, nothing. Well, my other job, I'm also a crime scene investigator. So you can imagine that part of me took hold, and I thought, we have to find these ladies.
Our best women to help win the war. You work the factories, no complaints you brought. Resting here.
This B-26 wing, after the war, I set and put a lot of rivets in one of them. I don't know if this is it or not, but it could be.
I'm holding the bucking bar up against a rivet that she's getting ready to shoot.
She's going to drive it. It's taken so long, but in your stillness, you haven't been forgotten. Lift up your voices. This is Rosie's song, and we stand with you, held together like those rivets you placed in those metal wings, and we will sail into the future.
I'm trying to push it up into a muscle.
You have to tie it up.
Her missiles is falling
That
down.
clap is 89 years old, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm proud of it.
Here you go.
Okay. Just getting ready to get out here and get something to eat.
Yep.
Come and go along with me.
To your honor, I apologize. It's taken so long, but in your silence, you haven't been forgotten. Lift up your voices.